So I want to talk about the 3 reasons that introducing cereal as a first food is not the best thing you could be doing for your child. And this is really one of the reasons I wrote my book, because I think that this advice is actually causing a cycle of ill health in our children and the future generations, and why we're seeing so much increases in childhood illnesses and chronic disease. As I was seeing so many parents introducing cereal as a first food, thinking that they were doing something beneficial for their child. And the truth is that it's actually one of the most problematic foods we could be introducing to our children. And it's one of those things where it's really tough for me to understand, because this recommendation it's not based on science, it's not based on tradition, and so it's hard for me to understand why we're continuing to give this advice out. So the 3 reasons that introducing cereal is not the best thing we could be doing for our children, is not the best first food, is 1, that cereals are pretty much a man-made food. They're a processed food that's been stripped of its nutrients and has very little nutritional value to ourselves, to our babies. And so it's really not an ideal first food. The second reason that cereals are not an ideal food for us to be introducing to our babies is that cereals are grains, and our bodies are actually not able to effectively break down grains at 6 months of age. So in order for our bodies to be able to break down grains, we need to be releasing an enzyme from our pancreas called amylase. And our pancreas actually doesn't reach full maturation till around 25 months, which is close to 2 years of age. So because that pancreas is not fully developed, we are not able to effectively break down any sort of grains until around 2 years of age. So that means we actually shouldn't be introducing grains, definitely not that early, and definitely not as a first food. And this can actually cause a number of problems. One is that we're feeding our children foods that they can't effectively break down and metabolize, and that's sitting in our digestive tracts causing problems. And the other problem is that we're feeding them foods that, because they can't effectively break them down, it means that they're not getting the nutrients that they need in order to help them to properly grow and develop. So this is one of the major problems with introducing cereals as a first food. The third major problem with introducing cereal as a first food is that a lot of the cereals are actually contaminated with different chemicals and toxins. One of the recent studies was actually showing that the rice cereals was contaminated with arsenic because of how it was grown. So we need to be really careful with the foods that we introduce to our kids, because we want to make sure that we decrease that toxic load in their body, because their systems just can't handle a high toxic load. So these are the 3 reasons why I strongly recommend that we do not introduce cereals as a first foods to our babies. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I really hope that you will share this with your friends and family and help spread the word. Please press the like button, make a comment below, and until next time, continue to learn, grow, and build health.